Hey you guys, welcome back. I know I've been posting a lot of podcast videos lately and not a lot of these kitchen videos or just my random rants or tips. And we moved, so I was settling in and now it's time to get back to these. So I wanted to share today my the BPN supplements that I use and what I use them for, how I use them, give you guys some ideas on what kind of supplements to use and what that can look like for you. And so I recently became a BPN ambassador. I've been using their products now for a couple years and love them. Love the company. And if you don't know BPN, it's Bare Performance Nutrition by Nick Bare. He's got an amazing podcast, an amazing community, and amazing supplements. So really highly recommend. I am very picky about what supplements, vitamins, like protein powders, greens, like all the things. I'm very picky about what I put into my body, especially when it comes to supplements. Because like, okay, something that's real food, like a zucchini, I generally am going to pick organic on that. But if I don't, it's okay. It's at least a whole real food. Like it looks like a zucchini, right? But supplements are different, right? So I am very picky about what I do choose. So I've been using BPN for over 2 years now and am now an ambassador for them. So I do have a link below for you guys to check out. If you are ready to try some of their supplements, please use that link below. And you can use the discount code MAYAMBASSADOR to get 10% off your entire order. So definitely use that with the link below if you are interested in getting any of these. So let's dive in. I'm gonna start with the protein powder because this is something that I always, I feel like I've had like protein powder in my kitchen to some way, shape, or form for probably 10 years or so. It's a great way to get additional protein in. Most of us are not getting enough protein in our diets. Even if you are eating, some with like a couple of your meals a day, it might not be enough, especially for weight loss and especially for training if you're trying to build muscle or if you're trying to do both at the same time. Like you do want to build muscle and strength and that, but you also want to lose weight. Like protein is like, other than working out and water, protein is going to be your best like macronutrient you want to pay attention to and you want to get in. So I'm a big fan of just like straight up chocolate. So this is the fudge chocolate. And the way that I will use this in my day to day, I would say honestly, I probably have a shake a day, if not every other day. So it's one of my go-to breakfasts is I will shake this up just with some unsweetened almond milk, have that with a piece of sprouted bread, peanut butter toast, and half a banana is one of my like go-to breakfasts. I probably have that 3 times a week, I would say on average, or some variation of that, right? So maybe it's the other protein powder flavor like strawberry I have over here that shake it up with a piece of almond butter toast, maybe with or without the half banana. So that is how I use this most mornings. And then a lot of the times, the other way that I, 2 other main ways that I use this is post-workout. If I either, it's gonna take me some time to cook a meal or I don't have time to eat a full meal, or I just need additional calories post-workout. So I'm gonna have a protein shake and then eat a full meal in like 30 minutes or a few hours. I'm a huge fan of post-workout having some protein. And now I would generally say that's if your workouts are at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes. And especially if they're like at least a medium to a higher intensity. If it's just kind of like your day-to-day, whatever workout for 30, 40 minutes, I would check yourself to see if you actually need something post-workout to refuel your body. So it really depends how hard you're working out and how long. A lot of the times my workouts are a minimum of 45 to 60 minutes, at least in training stage right now as I'm training for my next 100 miler. So I will a lot of the times have a protein shake, I'd say 3 to 4 days a week after my workout. And I love chocolate because it's just so basic. I generally use unsweetened almond milk. You could use water too, whatever milk you prefer, right? The other way that I use this is for a sludge bowl. If you don't know what that is, I know BPN already has some videos on that of them making their sludge bowls, and essentially, and then I'm gonna do a separate video on the way that I've made it that I really love. Essentially what it is, it kind of becomes this like pudding-like consistency, and it's, you mix a scoop of protein powder, and I actually do like a little bit less because this is 140 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 25 grams of protein. So especially if I'm gonna add in some Greek yogurt or something else, then I might do like 3/4 of a scoop of this. So just be mindful, you don't have to take a full scoop. If, you know, depending on your calorie or macro needs or whatever it is, I don't follow those a ton, but that whatever you need, you can adjust. So I found that I can adjust and I don't need a full scoop all the time. So essentially what the sludge bowl is though, is it is protein powder, a little bit of unsweetened almond milk or water, just like teeny tiny little bit to get that consistency, a tablespoon of a nut butter, mix that all together and it kind of becomes sludge-like. And then what I've started adding in is non-fat Greek yogurt to up my protein and make it a little more creamier. And then you top it with whatever toppings you want. So maybe like some unsweetened cacao nibs, some coconut flakes. What else have I done? You could do fresh fruit, of course. But that's kind of what I've done is cacao nibs, maybe some pecans and coconut flakes. And that's a sludge bowl. So that is how I use the whey protein powder. They do make a vegan one also. Okay. I just have to like showcase the strawberry one too. This I recently got a couple months ago maybe, and I love it. It is so tasty, like blow your mind tasty. And also like my boys drink these. We call it like their chocolate shake or their strawberry shake, right? They have these. I do make protein smoothies or just smoothies in general with these. You can freeze the smoothie into little popsicle things to make popsicles for your kids. The boys love that. It's one of their favorites. So strawberry is my probably new favorite, like other than the classic chocolate. This strawberry protein powder is so lit. It is so good. And we use this actually to make the, it's a new recipe on the BPN YouTube channel and website, but it's basically these like strawberry shortcake little energy balls. And that was a mix of like oat flour, oats, this fresh strawberries, some freeze-dried strawberries, and maybe coconut oil, just a couple other things to bind it together. But amazing little energy balls that I've used pre-workout and absolutely loved. Like something quick, you know, grab and go, but homemade. And has protein, not just carbs. I find a lot of the bars, even though I will eat them still, like there's just too many carbs and I need more of a carb protein ratio. So like making your own with the protein powder is a great option. I will make those for you guys too and do a video. So protein powder, my absolute like classic favorite, always gonna be in my cabinet, okay? Next go-to I would say is electrolytes. So this is the BPN electrolytes. This is the salted watermelon. I've also had the lemon lime, and I feel like I've had another flavor maybe. This is, I'll read you the profile too. So 1 scoop is 10 calories, and that is and 2 grams of carbs, no sugars, no added sugars. Calcium is 110 milligrams, potassium 170 milligrams, magnesium 20 milligrams, chloride 480. So that's your electrolyte profile that you're looking for in a supplement like this. I love the taste. I love that it's actually sugar-free, because if I need sugar and fuel, I'll get to that with the G1 M Sport. So it's got just a great profile. Some electrolyte drinks don't have enough sodium or salt, I feel like. And I do like some other brands that have more sodium in them, but this is just such a good classic, like meet you in the middle. And I actually have this as a daily supplement most days. I tend to have it around my workouts just because I am like ready for something different. Like I don't just want water. And it's a great time to actually absorb those nutrients and electrolytes in, and you're sweating them out when you work out. So it just kind of makes sense to do it during your workout, but I will have it on days that I don't work out. And so this is kind of like your sugar-free version, healthier, way better for you version of Gatorade, you can think about it as. And gosh, I've been using this same for probably like 2 years. And in general, I've been using electrolytes for probably, well, over 3 years, but like a powder for probably 3 years, but I've been using them running ultras for, gosh, many, many years. So huge fan of this as a daily supplement. The boys love it too. Like when you think about your kids in sports, instead of giving them Gatorade or Powerade or all these like sugary drinks that are basically just sugar, like this is it. We used to have one that was grape, a different brand, and we call it grape drink. And they were just like, yeah, we want some grape drink. Now it's like, you want some lemon lime drink? You want some salted watermelon drink or just watermelon drink? And they're like, yes, me, please. So the boys are a fan too. This is great for kids. Like they also, especially if they're highly athletic, this is what you want to share with them. Okay, G1M Sport. So this I recently started using a couple months ago now. And this is what I use to fuel for workouts longer than an hour. And essentially like my long runs, or even just potentially, you know, if I have a 10-mile run like I do today, then I'll use this. Anything over an hour, I'm using this for. Some folks you'll find use it for like that 45 minutes to an hour. If it's like a more intense workout, you may want to use this. And essentially, so what this is, 1 scoop is 80 calories. This has electrolytes and sugar and calories in it. So that's why I use it for my long runs, is like, I don't take this and this. I just take this because it has the electrolytes in it to fuel me in both ways. So 350 grams of sodium, 20 grams of carbs, 0 total sugars. It actually says 0, but that's a mix. It's their mix of dextrin. So that's their mix of what their glucose fuel is, right? So it's really easy on my stomach, which is what I look for in some kind of a liquid fuel. Yeah, I've trained up to 18 miles on it and felt really good. I do a scoop and a half in my water bottle for about an hour. I'm kind of tinkering with that right now, but put this in your water bottle, use it for your workouts, anything over an hour or potentially 45 minutes to an hour if you need fuel, like say for your lift or whatever spin class. If it's really intense, then this is a fuel that you'll use instead of like potentially, you know, eating real food, or even like a Gatorade. You would use this, that if you needed the actual calories to fuel you. Okay, we have 2 more. We're getting there. So Strong Greens, this is what I use a lot of times as like my multivitamin. They do have a multivitamin available. I haven't tried that yet, but I just love this because it's like a mix of like the things that most of us are probably not eating day to day or even week to week, to kind of really supplement. And I always say like certain things like this, like it can't hurt. It absolutely cannot hurt. And I do feel like I have a little more energy when I use this, like not like a spike, like when you have coffee type energy, but just like a steady stream of like feeling good, like really steady state energy when I drink this regularly. I especially drink it regular when I'm in training. So I'll, calories, 25 calories, 5 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 1 gram of protein. It's a greens blend, so alfalfa grass powder, wheatgrass powder, barley grass powder, kale powder, oatgrass powder, spirulina, lemon juice, chlorella, and I thought it was ashwagandha. Yeah, ashwagandha root extract, coconut water, freeze-dried powder, wheatgrass powder, beetroot juice powder, chlorella, and turmeric powder. And it does have some stevia extract and monk fruit extract for taste, for a little flavor there. But huge fan of this on a day-to-day basis. Again, sometimes I don't take it every day just because I forget, but I generally try to keep it next to my coffee pot there, so I do remember to take it too. And especially when I'm training, like this is that extra little bonus to like bridge the gap between like you're generally eating healthy and you want to feel a little bit better, have a little bit more energy, or just like, why not like take care of yourself and like really bridge that gap between you're not eating all the things or enough of them. So this is what you take, okay? Oh, and this is pineapple coconut flavor. Love that flavor. That's one of my favorites. And same thing there, you guys. My boys drink that. We call it Hulk juice. It's like green juice. And when I make it, they're like, ooh, give me some. So it's really great for kids too. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but that I give it to my boys all the time and we love it. And it's something that they can enjoy too. Okay, last one that I have for us today is the Peak Sleep. This one I really just started using in this last week, actually. So I will report back on how things are going once. I like to give myself at least 3 weeks as a minimum baseline to see how things are, how supplements and even foods, like different things that I add in or change. I like to give it at least 3 weeks, if not 3 months, to really see like, does this make a difference for me? So I've taken this a couple times, love the taste. This one is the chocolate. It's kind of like a fudge brownie in liquid form. You can use it with water. They really recommend water, hot or cold. But I did put a little, I made it like hot and then added a little milk so it's more like rich. So you could do that too. I saw lots of reviews, people doing that. That's what I did too. But it's really, so it's a nighttime support supplement to support sleep, quality and recovery. So to fall asleep faster and wake up more rested. I don't feel like for me, it helped me fall asleep faster. I also like to think about like what was, how much caffeine did I have early in the day? Like what's my role in falling asleep faster? But, and there it is. For sure, I definitely woke up feeling more rested. And that's what I've heard from some other friends that use this too, is like, it's like there's less grogginess in the morning. Like you just overall, like you're sleeping better so that when you wake up, you actually feel like ready to go for your day. How amazing would that be? So, 1 scoop, 25 calories, 7 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 150 grams of magnesium, which is one of the greatest supplements for sleep. So you get that in here, 190 grams of potassium. And then there's like this mushroom blend, lion's mane, shiitake, king trumpet, reishi, if I'm saying that right. And then a couple other different 5-HTP and another supplement in here for sleep. So it's got some different things that I've done some CBD before for helping to sleep and for recovery, but I'm excited to use this and more, and I will report back. But already has a thumbs up for me as far as like waking up feeling more rested, and it's an amazing flavor. So great stuff here. So these are the supplements that I mainly use. Obviously, that Peak Sleep is a little bit newer for me here, but the rest of them, especially the protein powder and the electrolytes and the strong greens, been taking for a very long time. Love them. If you guys have any questions about them at all, that like after watching this, you're like, hey, what about me? What about this? Please feel free to reach out. You can comment, but truly, if you just message me, DM me on Instagram at Samantha's Real Life, or reach out through my website. But somehow you can reach out and let me know what questions you have, and I am happy to answer anything around how I've used the supplements, how they work for me, how they could work for you. Happy to help you through that. So please check them out. Use my link below and use that code. That's good for this month only right now. I'm sure there'll be a code for next month, but right now it's just May Ambassador to get your 10% off. And let me know if you try them, what you love, or let me know if you're already using them, what recipes you like. Share the love so we can all dig in on those. And super excited to be with the BPN team and to share the love. And I hope you guys are all doing your Go One More or proving yourself right on some big goals that you have. I'm using all of these for my 100-mile race this fall, which you'll be seeing a lot more about on this channel too. So thank you guys so much for your support. I hope this was really helpful to hear some of the insights of what this really looks like using all of these. So I will see you again soon.